In the rolling green valleys of Montana lived Ethan Carter, one of the richest ranchers in the country. His horses were champions, his cattle numbered in the thousands, and his estate stretched farther than the eye could see. Yet, despite his fortune, Ethan felt painfully alone. Every woman he met admired his wealth, but never his heart. Determined to discover true love, Ethan left behind his mansion. He exchanged his expensive clothes for worn jeans and old boots, renting a tiny cabin in a nearby town where no one knew his identity. The townspeople believed Ethan was just another struggling ranch hand looking for work. Most ignored him. Some even mocked his old truck and patched clothing. Everyone in town laughed at May, a quiet young Chinese woman. They called her crazy because she spoke to injured birds, planted flowers everywhere, and believed kindness always came back. But beneath the whispers was the kindest soul Ethan had ever met. One rainy afternoon, Ethan helped May collect vegetables that had fallen into the muddy road. Instead of judging his worn clothes, she smiled warmly and thanked him with homemade soup. Day after day, May shared meals with Ethan. She never asked about money or success. She simply listened to his dreams and encouraged him to keep believing in himself. Ethan quietly paid attention. Whenever someone offered him expensive opportunities, May reminded him that honesty was worth more than riches. She believed character built a better future than wealth ever could. The townspeople mocked May again, saying only someone crazy would fall for a poor ranch worker. But she smiled and replied, "A person's heart is richer than any bank." Months later, Ethan invited May to his ranch. As the gates opened, she stood speechless before endless pastures, beautiful horses, and a magnificent mansion. Ethan finally confessed that he owned it all. Tears filled May's eyes, not because Ethan was rich, but because he had hidden the truth. She gently held his hands and whispered, "I loved the man who shared soup with me, not the man who owns this ranch." They married beneath an ancient oak tree on the ranch. The townspeople, who once mocked May, realized they had mistaken kindness for foolishness. Years later, the ranch became famous not for its riches, but for its generosity. Together, Ethan and May built schools, cared for abandoned animals, and welcomed every stranger with kindness. They proved that true love doesn't recognize wealth. It recognizes the heart. A few weeks after their wedding, a luxury black SUV pulled into the ranch. A wealthy businessman stepped out with his elegantly dressed daughter. Years earlier, the young woman had rejected Ethan when she believed he was poor. Now, after hearing the truth, they had come with smiles and hidden motives. The businessman praised Ethan's success and proposed a partnership worth millions. He hinted that May, a simple village woman, could never fit into the world of the wealthy. Ethan listened quietly, but May remained calm, serving tea with the same gentle smile she had always worn. As they left, the businessman's daughter privately apologized to Ethan. "I judged you by your clothes," she admitted. "I thought money defined a person's worth." Ethan smiled kindly. "We all make mistakes. The important thing is learning from them." As they left, the businessman's daughter privately apologized to Ethan. "I judged you by your clothes," she admitted. "I thought money defined a person's worth." Ethan smiled kindly. "We all make mistakes. The important thing is learning from them." Instead of buying more luxury cars or expanding the mansion, May shared her dream with Ethan. "I want every child in this valley to have a chance to learn," she said softly. Without hesitation, Ethan agreed. One violent night, heavy rain flooded nearby farms. Families were trapped, and frightened animals wandered through the rising waters. Without hesitation, Ethan saddled his horses, while May organized food, blankets, and volunteers. When the storm passed, the townspeople gathered at the ranch. The mayor stepped forward with tears in his eyes. "We judged you both unfairly," he said, "but your kindness saved our community." The crowd applauded as May quietly shook her head. "We simply helped our neighbors." Years passed, and the ranch became known as the Valley of Hope. Children learned in the school May had dreamed of. Families rebuilt stronger lives. Visitors traveled from far away, not to admire Ethan's wealth, but to witness the kindness that transformed an entire community.